So I'm here with Neil Trotter, who won £108 million from EuroMillions in 2014. His story is really, really incredible for a number of reasons. I am so excited to welcome Neil to the program today. Neil, how are you doing?
Yes, not too bad.
So you won this substantial, massive jackpot, but how did this happen exactly?
Well, I thought for quite a while, a couple of years really, I had a really strong feeling that I was going to win big. I told everyone the amount I was going to win. Um, the amount was stuff I'd thought about in my head that I wanted to do, which was restore a place for wildlife and um, do stuff that didn't really I didn't need myself, but something that I'd always wanted to do. So that's why I've ended up with a 500-acre estate, which we've restored over 9 years. We're in the process of doing all the grounds and that, but we've restored all wildflower meadows and the woodlands and all the ponds on the property and the lake. And we've restored the Grey 2 Manor House as well. And all the outbuildings and the farm, and really like made an effort to make a real impact on the wildlife as well, which has really boomed.
That's incredible, and I definitely want to get to. You mentioned that you or thought about winning and spoke about, I believe, this amount before it happened. So, what exactly happened with that?
Well, it was in my dad's office, really. We were just having a chat, as you do. Um, and he went round 4 or 5 people. They all have various amounts that they'd say they'd be happy that if they won that. One girl was 1 million. One girl was like 5 million. She'd be happy. And someone said, 10 million would be enough for them. And I said 110 million. And everyone looked at me and said, why do you want that amount? And I said, well, I've worked out that's what I need to do everything that I want to do. As well, my dad and I used to have chats all the time, and I tell my dad that what I'd have and stuff I'd buy and and stuff I wanted to do. And he used to say to me, "It's nice to dream, son." And I used to say to him, "It's not a dream, Dad. You just watch. It's going to happen." And obviously, the big newspaper thing was that on the Friday, I told the girls that I was retiring and I wouldn't be in on the Monday because I was going to win the lottery tonight.
Bef-
Um,
Before the drawing?
yeah, that was on the Friday when I was at work. I had a real epiphany driving to work that, it was just bright sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. And I was, I'd had enough of my life just going through the motions and not really making a difference. Um, and I was sort of like, it's now or never. And I literally drove across the traffic lights, stopped at the shop. I didn't know the amount at all when I bought the ticket, and I bought my cigarettes, and I just said flippantly, I have 5 lines on the lottery, lucky dips tonight. I was just about to go to bed on that night when the draw had happened. My partner said to me, "Oh, I'm going to bed," and it was about 10:30. I said, "So I'm just going to check my ticket." And I literally pulled the ticket out, checked it. It was the whole top line. So I didn't actually have to spend the whole amount. I only had to buy one line, the whole top one, which obviously, like, I didn't believe that I'd won. I had to check it like 4 or 5 times. I got my partner to check it as well, and she started screaming and running around the house. Then I had to phone my dad because I wanted someone other than us to check the ticket because I still didn't believe that we'd won the lot. So I took it to my dad. My dad, first of all, I phoned him, said, "Can I come up?" And it was about 11 o'clock, so he was probably almost ready to go to bed. And he said, "Why do you want to come up?" I said, "I think I've won the lottery. I want you to check the ticket." And he actually said to me, like, "Have you been drinking?" And I said, "No, I haven't. I'm completely sober." I said, "I just want to come up and you to check the ticket for me." So he went, "All right, come up then." So I went in, and my dad sort of put his glasses on, got the ticket, looked at it and went, "Yeah, I can't see anything wrong with that," and put it back on the side in the kitchen. I was, you know, my dad was a bit like anti-climax, really, you know. But I've made my life like that. I've made my life busy. Anyone that knows me knows I've never been bored in my life, because I just feel my life was so much stuff. That's the way I've been brought up, you know. I just relentless work, doing stuff, getting stuff done. There's no such word as can't. You can do anything you want, you know. You just got to grow a pair and do it. You know, the only person that's holding you back is yourself. My dad's quite wealthy. You know, we grew up with nothing, but my dad worked really hard, built you know, a multi-million-pound business. So I know a bit. My dad's, you know, quite clever. He's done quite a lot of investments. So, but this was just like, he was just like, you're on your own. That's far too much money. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, absolutely. And this, just to clarify for people that aren't familiar, this is, if you win EuroMillions, that's tax-free. Is that right?
Yeah, the tax has been paid when you bought the ticket, basically. So yeah, it's tax-free, and you get the whole amount as well. So you get the whole 107.9 million and 20p, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was 20p, because I said to the bank manager, I said, make sure my 20p's in there. And they all laughed. So, yeah, I was only joking, but it just lightened the mood a little bit. That's what I'm like, you know. Don't take life too seriously. You know, it's all about having a laugh and having fun, really. It seems a lot of the fun's gone out of life nowadays with all the tapping on the phones and stuff like that. You know, people think I'm the gardener anyway, because I always walk around in tacky stuff, so they don't think I own this. No one that thinks I own this place. They just think I'm the gardener or something, or the handyman. You know? Only the postman knows who I am, and a few of the delivery drivers. You know, like, I've known them for ages. Some of them, you know, quite good friends now.
I don't want to take up too much more of your time today, but I'm really curious about this, about how you told people that you would win before it happened, how you believed that you would win before it happened. Can you expand upon that a little bit?
Well, I watched something that, you know, my girlfriend's told me for years. She was like, you know, you need to go and see someone, because like you can do stuff and you can see stuff. I always thought it's like crap, you know. Like I was like, don't be stupid. But I've had it since I was a kid, really. When I look back, the stuff I've, you know, done. And I watched a thing with you on The Professor about manifestation and stuff. That's exactly how I do it. You know, I didn't know about it. I honestly did, but everything he talks about in that interview, that's bang on me. You know, the whole way through is just like, yeah. It's crazy. It's not wanting the money for yourself. It's what you want to do with the money.
So was that with Dr. Dean Radin or Dr. Joe Gallenberger? I've interviewed a couple.
Yeah, I can't remember which one. I only watched it the other night. Professor something about manifestation and stuff.
Okay.
He talked about a lot of stuff that really hit home with me. And my girlfriend was like, I've been telling you this for years, you know, like, we did a little, you know, I don't know how I do it. I really don't, but it happens a lot with me. I mean, like he said, you can say someone's lucky, and everyone goes to me, you're lucky. And I'm like, I don't think it's that, you know. I think you really make it happen yourself. People say you make your own luck. Well, I believe you do. You know, I wanted that so much, and I put together everything that I was going to do, and this is what I was going to do with it, and I was going to make a wildlife, and and all the stuff. It's basically what he talks about. Because when I watched it, it was like an epiphany moment, you know, like it's like, blimey, you know, maybe I'm not mad, you know. But we went in a casino with Lewis. Lewis was a little bit, my driver, he was a little bit like low, and he said to me,
this is the kid you're sponsoring.
Yeah, in the racing, He'd just been to PAL, which PAL is a Formula One street circuit from like the 1930s. It's incredible. You know, you drive around the streets of France. But he said he had a bit of a crack, you know, struggled a little bit, and he was going to struggle. It's a really hard track to learn, you know, and if you make a mistake, you pay for it, because there's no runoff, there's nothing, there's just barriers. So he was down on his luck after that. He said, when's my luck going to change? And I said, when you start listening to me. I said, when you start listening to me, your luck will change. We went to free practice. I told him what to do, and he sort of listened to me in the second practice session at Spa. He said, I'm going to do what Neil did, or said. He did it, and he said, bloody hell, that was faster. You know, so already he's starting to listen to me. We went to a casino that night, and I was just chucking money. I'd won a bit of money on a fruit machine the night before. Literally, Lewis gave me €10 and I made like €150. And I was laughing at him, just tapping the machine. It was just like win, 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 win. And I laughed, cleared the machine out and like left. And then the next night we went in the casino. He wanted to play roulette. Oh, I can't be bothered. So I was just throwing stuff on, you know. And I won a bit, and then I just wanted to get rid of it and go home. So Lewis was playing, and I said, come on, Lewis, we've got to go, because like you've got to be up in the morning. See if we could have a bit of fun tonight, but like, you know, you've got to be up, you've got to drive. So he looked at me and grinned, and he had the whole stack of chips that he got, and he went, I'm going to put the whole lot on whatever number you say. And I went, put it on lucky 14, because that's my lucky number, and like bung it all on there. So he put the whole stack on 14, and we turned round to walk out the door, and we literally walking out, turn round, and it come in 14. So he was like, oh, I've got to sit down again. You know, so he sat down, the bloke's counting out €50 stacks of chips. And he forgot to take it off 14. He was so busy, like, oh my God, it's come in. It come in again. So 14 come in again. So he had another win, and then he put it on the 14, just touching the 15. That come in. And he put it on something, and literally everything he put it on, it won. All the security come out, you know. And I said to Lewis, we better go, because like they're all coming out, you know, like the big bosses come out and everything. So we better, like, they think we're cheating or something. So it's time to go. So we literally cleared out. I mean, he put 60 quid down, €60, and he walked out there with €1,340. So like he was on cloud 9, you know, like next day he drove better. You know, he just needed a bit of a boost. You know, was that me? I don't know. You tell me. But every time I do it, it's like, you know, you can't explain it. You can't explain it away how I do it all the time. You know, like the professor said in that interview, you know, you can go to and have it examined, and they say, well, once it'll be like 1 in a billion or something. But like doing it all the time is like, they can't explain it. You know, it's not luck, is it? Or is it? You know, do you make your own luck? I don't know. You know, I wish I had the recipe, because I'll tell you all, but, you know, I don't know what it is really. But a lot of that stuff that he says in that thing it is bang on. You know, that's how you do it.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and we will put links to those that interview in the description of this interview for anyone that's interested. But do you have any other examples that come to mind of things
Not
that
really.
you
Just little things, really. You know, like crazy things. Like I walked out here, walked down the drive, and a scratch card blew towards me, and I picked it up, and it was a winner. You know, like I've walked out the drive, it's in my drive, and I've done it before. You know, like I had my daughter with me, and we got up, and we were just going out. I can't remember where we were going. But there was 2 pigeons, 2 magpies, 2 pheasants, 2 rabbits, and I was like, what? I hadn't even got to the end of the drive, you know. There's just like, and I said to her, what's going on today? There's got to be something going on today, like, you know. And she said, oh, it's the Grand National. And I went, really? I went, we better go around the bookies then. And she was like, Why is that? I said, well, it's all, number 22 is going to come in. So we went round the bookies, put some money on, won £1,000 or 1,500 quid, I think it was. Life's too short, you know. I've got to get on with what I've got to do. You know, like if that's not the direction I'm going in, then, you know, I'm very much like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If that weren't meant to be, that's not the route I was meant to go. So, like, you know, if that door shuts, I'll just go and kick another one in and go another route. You know, I think that's what you have to do in life. When people kick you down, just get up, you know, like, and stick your fingers up with people and go and do something else, prove people wrong. You know, like if someone says you can't do something, there's only one person stopping you not doing it. You know, just get up and do it and show people what you can do. You know, like it doesn't have to cost money to do stuff. You know, you do loads of things. You know, even if it's just helping people. You know, buy your ticket and take your chances, isn't it? You know,
yeah.
I can't tell you the secret like to it all. I mean, like obviously that other guy, the professor, you can watch that and make your own mind up. You know, like I think it works. You know, and when he said about it, I was like, that's exactly how I did it. You know, I wanted it so bad, but I don't really want it for myself because like I've nearly killed myself doing it. You know, but I wanted to prove, or I just wanted to do something. You know, I wanted to make a difference, whether I have or not. I had no clue. You know, people that come round here say it's absolutely incredible, this place. They're like, I can't believe what you've done. You know, the postman calls it the best house in Kent, whether it is or not, I don't know, but it's quite nice to be told that by the postman. He said, I talk to everyone, all the postmen and all that. He said, your house is definitely the best in. And, you know, it wasn't. It was a tip. So I suppose I get the same satisfaction out of that as I did used to paint cars for people, and they'd turn up and go, oh my God, my car's like incredible. You know, I get the same sort of satisfaction out of it as that, you know. I think if you're going to win, like, you know, like I had it all planned, you know. I knew what I was going to do. I knew where the money was going, you know. And I did, honestly, like most of it. Obviously, like when you actually get it, it's like, you know, I have made all these plans, but how the bloody hell am I going to do all this? You know, but I wanted a place with a lake, obviously, and all that, and that cut the market down to like nothing. They were like, you know, there isn't anything. And they showed me a couple, and I was like, that's not a lake, that's a pond. You know, I don't want a pond. I don't mind having a pond as well, but I want a lake. So that, you know, the house was irrelevant. I just wanted the lake.
Yeah.
You have to have dreams of what you want to do with the money as well and plan it all out, I suppose. Yeah. And that's why people play it, because like if you didn't think you could win, you wouldn't really play it, would you? So everyone's got the same chance, really, whether you can manipulate them to make it, you know, more in your favour. I don't know, but like I think I did. So like, you know, maybe someone else can, you know. And people do say that, you know, that they've seen premonitions and stuff like that. I've had some crazy stuff go on in my life, you know, like it's bonkers. But, you know, as I said earlier, I've done it more than once. I've done it quite a lot, you know, and I can't keep, like, the more I look back, I think, well, that was probably one, and that was one, and that was one, you know. So you can't be that lucky in life, surely. I don't know. You know, people used to call me Lucky. That was my nickname because, you know, just because I was all the time, you know. And I knew, you know, the lottery thing is like, you know, knowing how much it was. I mean, I was like a little bit out, not a lot, you know. Whether I needed 110 million, but you know, like I've split it all up and I've done stuff, and you know, and I probably did need that amount. You know, everyone would like more, wouldn't they? You know, you can change the world, I suppose. But, you know, there's only so much you can do with money, and there's only so much one person could do, really. You know, you can't feed the world, you know, but you can make positive changes to people. You know, we've employed loads of people. So, you know, you imagine all those people that their families and, you know, all the money that's filtered through, and we've tried to use like local guys for farming and that, so they've all benefited round here. You know, it's just helping people.
Well, Neil, your story is very, very inspiring. It's very positive. What you are continuing to do in visualizing and pursuing your dreams and creating those into reality and helping other people is really wonderful. And I really, really appreciate your time today and for sharing your experience. So thank
You're
you
welcome.
very much.
If you don't think you can win, don't play.